How to tell if your partner is cheating using intuition. Firstly, I'm going to say something a little bit controversial here. I'm going to tell you something about the way in which chemicals affect the male and the female brain. So, if you've got any children around, you might want to hush their ears as I'm going to get a little bit sexually-graphic with you. So firstly, an interesting fact that when a woman has an orgasm, her brain actually ignites. It ignites with enthusiasm and excitement, and she becomes more awake. This has been tested on MRI scans. Now don't ask me how they honestly managed to make a woman achieve that in an MRI scan where you have to keep particularly still. However, this has been done scientifically, so I'm led to believe. So, what happens is the brain actually ignites and becomes more excited. Now, in contradiction to this, after a man has had an orgasm, his brain actually shuts down. And genuinely, he starts to feel those waves of sleep take over. Now, why would this happen? Why would a woman become excited and awake? And why would a man kind of go, Simple reason. Mother Nature is trying to get her pregnant. And so what's actually happening is she wakes up for the potential that she can leave the man sleeping there in bed and go off and meet somebody else. Shocking, maybe. But that's actually something that happens. Because the reason why I wanted to tell this is because traditionally we always think about, oh, it's always the man that's cheating, it's always the man that's cheating. And there is again a biological reason for that. Men have millions of sperm. They are biologically designed to go out and spread them as far and as wide as they possibly can. So what ends up happening is society prioritises the idea of family and sticking with one partner and having children with that one partner, and men kind of get to miss out on what they're biologically kind of designed to do. Now in this modern age, we really do want to have fathers that are bringing up their children, and amazing men do that all of the time. And in actual fact that when a man makes a woman pregnant, he tends to have this absolute biological connection, a little bit like the oxytocin rush that a woman has in the brain that stops her throttling her baby at 3 o'clock in the morning when it's woken her up again. And that's the love hormone that goes through the woman. And a man has a similar kind of thing and a similar kind of hormone that is released that makes him feel particularly connected to the person who he's had babies with. So, the interesting fact in all of this is that when you're feeling like your partner is cheating, you really ought to be aware of all of the things that are going on. Cheating is something where you are crying for help in some way. You are stating that there is something wrong in your life. There is some kind of point that is disconnect. So what really needs to happen here is love-based intuition, not gut-based intuition. Gut-based intuition will just make you go, panic, fly for the hills, and it will make you get into one of the 4 Fs. Fight, flight, fear, or food. Yes, we would overeat. So what ends up happening is we feel all of this tension and stress, and what we need to do is get into our heart and become curious about your partner. It may be that they're not being unfaithful at all. It may be that there is something going on with them where they're unhappy in their own skin. So by becoming curious about them, we open our heart and we actually get to listen to them intuitively through our love and not our fear. Our fear will just cast judgment upon them and look for everything that they're doing wrong to hold against them in evidence. To say, look, I've been through your trousers, I went through your phone, I found out all of this information, and I know that you're cheating, and how could you do this to me? But by becoming curious, we say, what have I been doing to you? How have we been interacting? What is going on between us? What is going on in you? So that we can actually look at this and see that if cheating is taking place, we find it to be a level of breakthrough and rather than breakdown.